Counting on Katey Duggar pursuing new career? When you hear the name Duggar, chances are your mind immediately jumps to large family dinners, modest dresses, and the long-running TLC series Counting On. But over the years, the Duggar kids have slowly started to step away from the shadow of 19 kids and counting, and some are even redefining their roles entirely. Now, one of the newest Duggar family additions, Katey Nakatsu Duggar, wife of Jedediah, Jed Duggar, seems to be exploring a surprising new path that has fans buzzing. Could Katey Duggar be launching her own career, one outside of the traditional Duggar household expectations? Let's dive into the growing speculation, the breadcrumbs she's left on social media, and what this could mean for the ever-evolving Duggar family legacy. From courtship to center stage, who is Katey Duggar? Katey Nakatsu married Jed Duggar in April 2021 in a private ceremony that shocked fans, especially since there had been no official public courtship announcement beforehand, a major deviation from typical Duggar protocol. While most Duggar romances have unfolded in front of cameras, complete with chaperoned outings and side hugs, Jed and Katey opted for a more private approach. Since tying the knot, Katey has been mostly a background figure in the Duggar universe, occasionally appearing in family YouTube videos and Instagram updates. But as the family shifts further away from their once dominant TV presence, Katey has started to show more of herself online, and it's that very shift in tone and activity that has sparked intense speculation among Counting On fans. Career clues. Fans spot subtle signs. Although the Duggars have traditionally championed stay-at-home motherhood and homeschooling as the primary calling for women, Katey has never seemed quite content with staying completely in the shadows. In recent months, sharp-eyed fans have noticed a handful of subtle, yet telling indicators that Katey may be stepping into a new role. 1. A rebranded social media presence. Katey's once sporadic and carefully curated Instagram account has undergone a transformation. Recently, her posts have taken on a more polished, professional tone. From high-quality photo shoots to reels highlighting day-in-the-life routines, followers are seeing more of her personality and less of the picture-perfect family narrative. Notably, her captions have shifted as well. Katey has begun sharing longer-form insights on motherhood, faith, and personal growth, almost like blog entries, leading fans to speculate that she may be preparing to launch a brand, blog, or online business. 2. Influencer aspirations. In today's digital age, a well-managed Instagram is often the first step toward an influencer career, something that multiple Duggar family members have pursued with varying degrees of success. Fans are pointing out that Katey's recent focus on motherhood hacks, budget-friendly shopping tips, and faith-based encouragement seems tailor-made for a family-centered influencer platform. She hasn't officially collaborated with brands yet, but her followers have already begun commenting things like, "You should totally start a YouTube channel," and "I'd buy anything you recommend, Katey." One particularly telling clue, a recent Q&A where a fan asked if she'd ever consider starting a small business, to which Katey replied with a cryptic, "I have some ideas I'm praying over." 3. A surprising certification rumor. In an online Duggar discussion forum, one fan claimed to have spotted Katey in a local Arkansas community college's continuing education catalog, specifically enrolled in a course for real estate certification. While this is yet to be confirmed, it wouldn't be the first time a Duggar-in-law pursued real estate. Remember when Jill's husband, Derek Dillard, dabbled in law school? If true, this would represent a massive departure from the path typically followed by Duggar women, who rarely pursue formal professional training after marriage. Katey could be breaking that mold and inspiring others in the process. Family reactions, silent support, or subtle shade. While the Duggars have not commented publicly on Katey's alleged career ambitions, longtime fans know how closely the family guards their image. Historically, any deviation from their ultra-conservative values, especially when it comes to women in the workforce, is met with passive resistance. That said, there have been some signs of subtle support. Jed Duggar has been noticeably more active in supporting Katey's online presence. He's reposted her reels, commented encouragingly on her posts, and even tagged her in content that seems to promote her voice and individuality. And from the older Duggar siblings? So far, radio silence, but that could be by design. Jinger Vuolo, for example, has famously stepped away from many of the family's old rules and expectations, and she too did so gradually with quiet grace. Perhaps Katey is following a similar path, avoiding open confrontation while steadily building something of her own. Fans react. We're watching a glow-up in real time. The Duggar fandom, a mix of loyal supporters, critical observers, and ex-Fundy sleuths, has been watching Katey's evolution closely. The responses to her more public-facing shift have been overwhelmingly positive. Greater than Katey's giving us something none of the Duggar wives ever did before, actual personality and style, one Reddit user wrote in a Duggar snark thread. She seems smart, funny, and like she's figuring things out her way. I stan, another user added. Others are hopeful this signals a broader change among the younger Duggars and their spouses, a more progressive, independent future that still honors their roots without being bound by them. What kind of career could she be pursuing? Without official confirmation from Katey herself, fans are left to speculate, but there are several strong possibilities. Lifestyle and family influencer. Given her social media direction, this seems like the most likely first step. Katey could easily carve out a niche in the momfluencer space with a faith-based twist. From meal prepping to homeschooling insights, she could fill a content gap left by older Duggars who haven't fully capitalized on influencer marketing. 2. Author or blogger. Katey has a thoughtful tone in her longer posts and seems genuinely passionate about sharing her experiences as a mother and wife. She could follow in Jinger Vuolo's footsteps and write a book or devotional, perhaps focused on navigating faith, family, and identity after growing up in conservative circles. 3. Real estate professional. If the rumor of her real estate certification pans out, Katey could be heading toward a more traditional business role. This would not only set her apart from most of the Duggar women, but also potentially make her and Jed a real estate power couple, especially since Arkansas has a hot property market and plenty of Duggars looking for homes. 4. Entrepreneur. Katey could also be building a product-based business, maybe faith-based journals, family planners, homeschooling tools, or modest fashion items. These would resonate with the Duggar fanbase and offer her a chance to express creativity while generating income. Could this be the start of a Duggar career wave? Katey Duggar's possible leap into a professional career could be a turning point not just for herself, but for the entire Duggar family narrative. For years, fans and critics alike have debated whether the Duggar daughters and daughters-in-law were truly free to pursue personal goals outside of the home. With Katey's quiet rebrand, we may finally be witnessing the beginning of a new era, one where Duggar women take the spotlight not as reality TV characters, but as creators, leaders, and entrepreneurs. She wouldn't be the first Duggar adjacent to seek her own spotlight, but the way she's doing it feels different. There's no drama, no attention-seeking. Just quiet ambition, polished execution, and a sense of calm confidence that's refreshing to see. Final thoughts. A new legacy for the next generation?